let you know how interactive visualizations works. Okay, so this time what we are going to do is we are going to have sales data as a center point. Okay, sales data as a center point, and this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to select country as well. Okay, so along with this I'm going to select the product. Okay, so this brings me a visualization. Sorry, I didn't share my screen. Okay, is everything fine, guys? Sorry, I didn't share my screen first. So we'll start from first. I'll just remove this visualization. So I'm just going to have the sales as a center one. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to select some other thing. Let it be a product. Okay, so and then the another one, the segment. Okay, so whatever the visualization you want, you can take, but be cautious that sales should be the center one. Okay, so this is one visualization. Usually we call this as a tile. Okay, usually we call this as a tile, tile. Okay, so this is something we call it as a tile. So now what you are going to do is we are going to select sales one more time, and then we are going to select sales one more time, and then we are going to select the country, and now we are going to select discounts. Okay, so this is another one tile. Then let's do this one more time. We are going to select sales. Okay, and then some other thing, we are going to select profit, and then we are going to select year. Sorry, profit and then year. Okay, so now what I have done is I have selected three different visualizations and my center point is sales. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to zoom in, and I'll let you know what interactive data is. Okay, so now what we are going to do, I'm going to select this segment. Where is the segment? Okay, I'm just going to select the product. Okay, so if I select one product, it will reflect around all the visualizations. Okay, so this is called as in the interaction. How can this interaction be possible? It will be possible only if you make relationships between the two tables. Okay, so here I can't make the relationship. Why? Because it is a sample data, it is a pre-configured data. Okay, the already all the relationships have been made finally, so we will not be able to make any more relationships here. So if I select any data here, what will happen? So let's come back to original. If I make any data here, it will also be reflected in all the visualizations. Okay, so last and final we are going to see last and final for page number 1, we are going to see for the world map. Okay, so just selecting the world map here. Okay, so now what we are going to do, for only for the map visual, we need to select the country. Okay, so the country, I'm selecting the country here, so you can zoom in and zoom out here. Okay, you can zoom in and zoom out here. The countries will be listed here. You can just hover your mouse cursor over here and you can see the country. Country is USA. So now what we are going to do, we are going to select sales here. Okay, so what happens? the sales data will be visible here. Along with this, what we can do, we can also select profit as well. Okay. Also, if you want the segment, we can select segment as well. Okay. So the visualization is nothing but, so with these visualizations, what you're going to do is you have to tell a story. Okay. So the sum of the sales for the country, okay, or for the year, or for the sales has been increased or decreased, or the pattern is something like this, so that what we can do, we can change our strategy like this or that. So this is the type of storytelling you need to do this for the business people. Okay. um okay, Umesh, is my speed is okay? Do I need to increase it or decrease?
This is fine, sir.
Okay, okay. Srujana, are you there? Okay, sorry, Umesh. My old was Srujana. First place goes to her. Sorry, Umesh. So now what we are going to do, we are going to do create a next page. Okay, we are going to go for the next page. So in this page, what we are going to do, we are going to have certain things. For an example, we are going to introduce text box here. Okay, we are going to introduce text box here. What we can do, we can enter values as the value. Okay. Okay. Um, uh, a dashboard, a dashboard by Srujana. Okay, you can just enter. Uh, okay, so after this, it is similar to a text box. You can select and you can increase the size. Also, you can change the font, whatever you want. Okay, and you can place it as a text box. Also, we have something special called as a tile. Sorry, a card. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to select a card. So now card is visible here. Okay, so how card works, in the card, what we are going to do, we are going to select the sales. Okay, so simply it will just display the number. Understand, guys? So after this, what we are going to do, we are going to introduce filters. Okay, so how filter works, so simply if I'm putting a sum of sales in the card, it will display like this. Correct. So what we are going to do, we are going to introduce product on filter page. Here is the filter page. Okay, if you want to introduce filter to all the page, then you can enter into this value. If you want to only on this page, then you can enter here. So what we are going to do, we are going to select the, double click the product, and we are going to drop it here. Okay, so based on the product, whatever you are selecting, the items will change. Okay, so while presenting to the business people, you can just select the product and you can just show to them, instead of going to a table view, making a summarized thing or making an average thing. You can do this one, right? So also we have something called as multi-row card. Okay, what this will do, it will introduce many more values here. Okay, so this is one thing and this is multi-card. Okay, similar, it works similar. Correct. So next, so also you can change a page of this. Okay, you can just change the page of this, let it be a overview, and this you can also name it as a profit or sales data, whatever thing you want. Okay, guys. Yes. So last and final, what we are going to do, we are just going to change the type of this visualization. What I'm going to do, select the visualization and then come to formatting. Okay, select the visualizations and then come to formatting. So now we have something called as, let's go back, and we are having something as data labels. Okay, so what do you mean by data labels? If I click on this data label, the amount will be visible here. You don't need to go here. Sorry, for an example, you don't need to go here, hover your mouse, and then you are having your data, correct? So instead of that, what we can do, we can select the visualization, and simply we can go to format your visual, then comes to data label. Turn on your data label, the data will be visible here. Okay, so this is what data label is all about. So coming back to the first one, we'll come to the next format. Go for x-axis. Okay, go for x-axis. In x-axis, if you want to change the size, you can change. Okay, if you want to make it bold, you can make it bold. If you want to make it the color change, you can make it a color change. Okay, so and then comes to come to title. Okay, if you want to change the title of this, the title is this one, sum of sales by product and segment. Okay, if you want to change the title also, you can change. Okay, so this is a change for titles. Then comes to layout. If you want to increase the size of this, you can increase the size of this. Okay, so this is what the format is all about. So this is about the visual format. Okay, so the another category we call it as general one. Okay, so click on this general one, and if you comes to the properties, sorry, uh, click on this property. If you want to increase height of this, you can increase the height. Okay, so this is simple, you can do like this itself, but if you want to make it accurate data, you can use this one. Okay, so come down here. We have something called as effects. Okay, effect is if you want to change the background color, you can change the background color. Okay, let's make it a little dark, sorry, little gray. Okay, so whatever the color you want, you can change it. If you want the visual border, you can turn it on. Okay, even if it is unselected, the border will be here. Okay, we'll select it one more time. Coming back to format, coming back to format, coming back to general, and the last and final effect, shadow. Last and final effect, shadow. Okay, it will also make a shadow like this. If this style is not there, then you can see. Hold a second. Okay, a small background effect. Right then, so this is what the visualization is all about. Then we have something called as tooltip. Okay, so if you turn off this tooltip, we can just visualize some changes are there. Okay, let me select this one and I'll show you. Turn this tooltip off. Okay, and if you turn this again, the effects are gone. Okay, so the tooltips are nothing but the data's here. Correct. So this is what a dashboard is all about. The single tile is called as visualization, and the entire page is called as the dashboard. Okay, as understand, do you have any doubts still here? Anyone has doubts still here? Okay, okay. So one thing, let me introduce you the slicer. Okay, where is slicer? Okay, so this is nothing but a slicer. Okay, so slicer comes with certain thing. Let me just, slicer is selected. So now what we are going to do, let me introduce product to the slicer. Okay, so now what happens if I select this product, data changes according to this. Okay, so usually we will not have any other data other than year in slicer. Okay, so professionally we will have year in slices. Okay, if you want data in 2013, data will be visible. If you want, let me just zoom out. Okay. If you want a year in 2014, you can change this out. Also, also you can change the for visualizations of the slicer settings. Okay, you can just turn it off and select all. Okay, also, right, so now if you can do, now you can do visualization strategies, and you can tell stories as well. Okay, guys, do you have any doubts still here? Shall we continue? Okay. So how's this? How Power BI looks like? How Power BI looks like? You can type. Okay. Um, I'll just go for the next segment, but in between, you can just type in how Power BI looks like. Okay. So before we are entering into Tableau, I just need to know this. Then only I'll let you know how Tableau works, irrespective of Power BI. Okay. So coming back to this, so we have started with the sample data, correct? We have started with the sample data. Now I'll let you know how to get data into the Power BI. Okay. So there is an option called get data. So below that, I have a drop down box. Okay, I'm just selecting the drop down box. So here I have something called as text or CSV. Okay, if you have like Excel sheets, or if you have text in any format, then you can use this one. Okay, or else if you have an workbook, you can use this one. Okay, or if you have SQL Server, you can select SQL servers. Okay, only for the SQL Server they will go for the server's IP, and then you can just directly import the database. Okay, we don't have any active database now, so I'm just canceling this out. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do, sorry, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cancel this, and I'm just going to tell you how to get data in the Power BI. I'm reopening this Power BI. Hold on, guys. Okay, so it will take some time. Okay, so how can we get data into this? We can directly click Excel workbook if you have an Excel data. Okay, or we can just go for a blank report, and from here you can select get data. Okay, so I'll first select text or CSV. Okay, let me come to the downloads. Okay, I have a Excel sheet, and I'm going to open this. Okay, so directly we can go for transforming the data, or we can also go with load the data. Okay, I'm going with load the data. Okay, so meanwhile what I'm going to do is after we are making sure the data is there, comes into the Power BI, then we are going to close this Power BI thing, then we are going to shift to Tableau. Okay, so I'll just tell you how this thing works. We're just directly going for card, and I'll show how this works. All right, guys. So this is how the, Power BI usually works. We in professional standard we work with SQL databases, and at times we work with Excel workbook also. Okay. You can just practice with this VG sales, and VG sales is nothing but video game sales. Okay, and then we can also go with the sample data. Okay, I'll just share the data to Umesh or Srujana, the VG sales, then you can share this data to other participants. Okay, so let me close this Power BI. At this moment we can go forward with Tableau. Okay, is this fine, guys? Do you need any more thing? Okay, yeah, sure, yeah, sure. But the mathematical operations is it comes here. Okay. um, okay, you can just go here, click on this new measure. Okay, measure is equal to, okay, instead of this what I'm going to do, you can tell like profit is equal to, okay, profit is equal to what we can go, EU sales. Okay, one thing that I just forgot to mention. Now let me make this one Srujana is equal to, okay, so here you can see profit, right? So when I enter Srujana is equal to, I can see Srujana here. Okay, after we complete this, you can see that. Come to global sales. Okay, let's do this from the first new measure. Okay, you can just enter here like EU global sales minus EU sales. Okay, it will form a new thing, but I can't select this once again. I'll let you know. Okay, I'll let you know, and okay, so you can perform things like that here. Also in table view, what we can do, we can just use this. Okay, if you want to make any average, or if you want to summarize, okay, if per category or per filters also it is available. Okay, you can do this also. If you don't know how to make this, then you can also take Copilot into this. Okay, so my Copilot is nothing but Microsoft's AI. So he will come in and he'll do. Sorry, if you type your requirement, he'll tell you, give you the formula for the calculation. Okay, so this is how this works. Okay, this is how this works. But I don't know how to why it's not working. But it usually we does this. We'll take this and we'll drop down this one. Mm, okay, so this is how the calculations works. Okay, you can do here also and you can do there also. Okay, both are same thing, but it works differently. Okay, so do anybody have any other doubts? Okay, I don't know, you have to ask this to host only. Any other thing, guys? Shall we forward? Okay, so regarding that mathematical operations, I'll update you. What you can do is you can put that in group. Okay, so I don't know why it is not working, but we will. I'll make sure how to do that. Okay. Any other doubts? Okay, I will continue. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we are going to close this one. Okay. I don't want to save this, and we are going to open Tableau. Okay. So I don't know. Have you guys worked on before, a PTC Creo or some other softwares? We used to call it as a working directory. Okay. Okay. I just got a call. Okay. We'll just continue. Before this, when you open the tableau, it opens like this. Okay, so here we'll not have the sample data and all. Okay, we have to go directly with the VG sales. Okay, also we can do connect with other data as well. Okay, so before that, what we are going to do is you have to open your file. Okay, so come to documents. Okay, now you'll be having something called as Tableau repository. Okay, so inside the Tableau repository, we are having something called as data sources. Okay, so everyone will be having, so they inside the data sources, you should have a file. Okay, inside a data sources, you should have a file. Only then what we can do, we can open this file in Tableau. Okay, so this is how the Tableau's directory works. Okay, what we are going to do, come to the Tableau. If you select on Microsoft Excel, in that directory only, it directly goes. Okay, documents, Tableau repository, data sources, and put it here. Okay, so either a Netflix or ticket bookings data. So ticket booking data and select on open. Okay, we have something called as a navigator before, correct, in Power BI. So this page looks similarly to that. Okay, we are having our sheet here. we are having our sheet here, and data from this sheet, it will be visible over here. Okay, after this, what we are going to do, on the lower side here, we have something called as worksheet. Okay, so click on that worksheet. Worksheet works like a page in Power BI. Right, in Power BI we have something called as page. Here we are having something called as worksheet. Okay, so now what we are going to do, in I'll just going to select segment. Okay, so here we are having the numbers like this. Okay, rate and measure here. Okay, so and words are looking like ABC, ABC, ABC. Okay, so the visualizations will be right here. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are going to select seat mode to here. Okay, and similarly we are going to select rate over here. Okay, and then what we are going to do, we are going to select the dimension, sorry, we are going to select the visualizations. The visualizations are invisible. Why? Because we are not having certain thing over here. Okay, so for, if you want to use this one, if you want to use pie chart, what you need to have, you need to have one or two measures. Okay, and then one dimensions. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put measure values here. Okay, I'll just close this one. The data looks corrupted. Okay, the data looks corrupted. I'll just close this one. Okay, let's close this one, and I'll reopen. Something was there. Okay. Sorry for the interruption, guys. The data looks corrupted. Okay, sorry for that. This is also corrupted. Guys, hold on. Okay, I'll just download the data and come. Okay, hold on.
Hello, sir.
Yes, guys.
Hello, sir. I'm Kamali here. Sir, right now for Tableau வந்து எதுக்கு நம்ம வந்து யூஸ் பண்ணணும்? கம்பல்சரி யூஸ் பண்ணணுமா? இல்ல பவர் பி வந்து ரொம்ப எப்படி சொல்றதுன்னா எஃபெக்டிவா போயிட்டு தானே இருக்கு.
No, this is like I just clarify the question first. You're just asking why Tableau we need at the
Yeah,
end
yeah,
of the day. Right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is like different products. Okay. If you are just oriented with only Windows, then you can go with Power BI. But some organizations, they are purely on, they will run on open source like Umesh. Okay, so in that case, if they're using Linux, the date to get the data from the database itself will look tough. Okay, so for that only we are using Tableau here. So instead of Tableau, we're also having many more data fields here, like QLick View or Amazon's QuickSight. Okay, we have many data visualizations tools, but Tableau is like yet another product. Okay, if you come to know about Tableau, you won't even go back to Power BI.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
so
sir.
that,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So that is why I asked two questions like that is why I asked questions like why are you guys happy with Power BI? Why? Because if you come to Tableau, you won't even see Power BI anymore. Okay, Power BI is like tough thing. It's like a manual transmission. Okay, Tableau is like automatic.
Automatic. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, sir.
yeah. Any other questions, guys? Okay. Guys, shall we continue? Any other doubts? Yeah. Okay. Uh, Let me share the screen. Okay. Right. So this is the same data. I just it's like a raw one. So earlier we'll just seen only rate and ticket booking data, correct? So now we have F8 and F9. So this is like the columns to be removed. Okay. So this is a raw data. That is fine. But we'll continue with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a segment here. Okay. Take segment here, and I'm going to take a rate here. Okay, so this is like a mark span. Okay, what do you mean by mark span? In if you are having number of columns here, you can take it here. Okay, so after this, what you can do, you can introduce this to the visualization. Okay, so now segment and the rate. Okay, so it is like as simple as the drag and drop. Okay, so instead of doing the numerous thing, like you have to select a tile, then you have to select how it should look, then you have to go for slicer, then you have to go to for filter. You don't need to do anything like that. Okay, so it is like a drag and drop. It's a tableau. Okay, so if you want to change the color, simply you can go here and you can change the color. Okay, if you want to change the size, you can change the size. Okay, if you want to change the details for the labels, you can change the details for the labels and whatnot, the tooltip. Okay, it should looks like if you want to change this also, you can change. Okay, so this is how easy the tableau is. Okay, but to make the tableau easy, you need to know Power BI. Okay, if you want to change the visual, just change the visual. Okay, and then we'll go with the segment in the column. Okay, if you want to add seat mode here, you can add that as well. Okay, if this visualization doesn't look good, drag the seat mode to the rows. Okay, so you can play around heavily with this. Okay, the visualizations are much more optimized in Tableau. Okay, if you start using the Tableau, you'll love this, guys. Okay, so what we can do, we can also add plays as well. Sorry, for that only we are using marks here. Okay, can add plays also. Okay, so for Chennai, for Cochin, for Coimbatore, Okay, for each and every places, how Book My Show performs, how directly performs, this and all you can see here. Okay, guys, is that fine? Okay, we'll go for sheet number 2. Sorry, sheet number 3. I'm clicking on sheet number 3, and now what I'm going to do, we are going to go for places. Sorry, I was going for places. Okay, so after this, I'm going to select the rate here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the place here. Okay, so this is how only one data looks like it put as a table. Okay, if I put a rate also here, it looks like this. If you want table feature also, you can put on like this. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are going to have it as a sheet here. Okay, so this is how pie chart looks, and this is how bar chart looks. Okay, so you can drag and drop places here. Okay, guys, is this fine? And to create a dashboard, it is much more easier. So comes down, you can just go for new dashboard. So all your visualizations will be here. What you are going to do, just drag and drop one more time. Okay, just drag and drop one more time, and this drag and drop one more time. Okay, so creating a dashboard in Tableau is also very easy thing. Okay, so this data will also be an interactive. Okay, keep only threshold or you have to exclude threshold. This and all will not be available in Tableau. Sorry, yes, Power BI. Okay, is that fine? Yeah. How can we handle null values in Tableau visualizations? Yes. Um, how can we handle null values? That's a good question. I didn't even expect it. Okay. To handle that, so for an example, F8 is a null value. Okay, I didn't expect that this column itself. Okay, so what we're going to do is we can just select this and you can hide this one. Okay, so each and everything will have its own advantage and disadvantages. Okay, so in Power BI we usually have Power Query Editor. That will be an awesome thing to have. Okay, but instead of this, what you can do, you can hide this one. So that is the first thing. And second thing is you can replace that null value. Okay, replace that null value with a dash or something. Okay, so that it won't be visible in visualizations. Or else what you can use format functions. Okay, so that function and all, it will be visible in the what do we call the commercial segments only. Okay, so this is a learning data. In this data it won't be available. Okay, it will be pleasure for you to show that, but the feature is not here. Okay, you can have it in the public edition. Any other guys? Who's that? Asma Begum. Nice one. Okay, nice one. Why Mohan Raj? You are telling no, sir. Okay, so me and Mohan Raj, we are friends. Okay, we are working in the same company. Any other doubts, guys? Yes. Completely works for. I usually work with 2 lakh rows and 3 lakh rows. Okay, you can just imagine how hard it is. Even Excel finds it to refresh the data. It will find tough. Any other thing, guys? Okay. So I'll just give you the final thoughts on both Power BI and this thing, Tableau. Okay. So if you need better visualizations, okay, if you want to handle large data, Tableau is the better choice. But if you need a cost effective, if you need an easy integration with other products, then Power BI is better. Okay. Okay. So to to handle null values and all in Power BI, it is much more better. Okay. Any other doubts, guys? Page shelf. It will be more clear, but what do you mean by page shelf? Sir? Uh, Snowflake, it is a product of AWS. Okay, so it is a we have seen a warehousing system like OLAP, correct? So it is one for OLAP. You can handle large amount of data efficiently in a Snowflake. Like you can have the cluster of databases if it is running. Do you know about AWS? Okay, I think you know about master and slave databases, correct? You used to have it in different availability zones. The read only databases and all slave databases, correct? So what we used to do is the read only databases and all, it will be connected to the Snowflake thing. Okay, so from Snowflake we'll be applying ETL jobs. Okay, so finally we can get data visualizations from Tableau or QuickSight. Yes.
Sir, I
uh,
have a doubt.
who's that? Okay, yes.
Sir, we need to know compulsory Snowflake or other data.
No, no. Hold on. Since they have introduced me like I'm a cloud trainer, so she's
No.
asking me what is Snowflake. Okay, so regarding to Power BI or Tableau, Snowflake is not your part. Okay, it comes under the data engineer thing. Okay, data engineer or the cloud engineer part. Okay, it's not under the data analyst part. Power BI and Tableau comes under data analyst part.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, fine. Any other thing, guys? Okay, so this is my first venture with Bingi Byte. Okay, so thank you, Umesh, and thank you, Srujana, for this. Yes, you can ask to the host. Okay, so thank you for making this happening. I just feel pleasure to train you guys. We'll meet in the future. Okay, if there is any other workshop like this, you can even if you wish to conduct for any cloud products, then I'll be send me message on LinkedIn. Okay. Uh, yeah, yeah. Okay. I hope you guys like when Umesh was contacted me, I just immediately contacted Mohan. Who is this guy is all about? Okay, so he has just told me all things about you. Like you guys are like doing this uh, for the society or for the community. So I just feel you guys are simply better. Okay, you guys are awesome.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
thank you.
once again, thank you, sir, for
Yeah, thank you.
making this webinar successful. And also thank you, Mohan sir, for your continuous support.
Okay, Srujana and Umesh.
Thank
Okay,
you, team. Thank you. We'll see you soon. Bye. Good night.
hold on. Once again. Hold on. If you're just planning for the next webinar, if you are having any technologies in your bucket list, make sure any Amazon or Google Cloud comes in. Okay, then I'll be your there for you guys. Okay, it is from my side. Or if you are planning any other thing, you can also anytime you can contact Mohan sir. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, team.